We're going to Zephaniah chapter 1. Zephaniah, chapter 1 and verse 14. Talking about the end time. The great day of the Lord is near. It is near, and hasted greatly, even the voice of the day of the Lord, the mighty man shall cry there bitterly. See, the mighty man shall cry there bitterly. That's the day of the Lord. This is like we talked about in Joel chapter 2, 2 and 1, and in verse 11. Talked about it like in many places. Jeremiah chapter 30 and verse 7. It talked about the day of the Lord, a great day. You can go to, read about it in Joel chapter 2. It's talked about it in Amos 2, All right. Joel chapter 2 and verse 1. Blow ye the trumpet in Zion, it's in Jerusalem, and sound an alarm in my holy mountain. Let all the inhabitants of the land tremble. For the day of the Lord cometh, for it is nigh at hand. See? Day of the Lord. Verse 2 said, a day of darkness and of gloominess, a day of clouds and of thick darkness, as the morning spread upon the mountains. A great people and a strong there had not been ever the like, neither shall be any more after it, even to the years of many generations. See? When the great tribulation started. Them 10 horns could be here. And Jerusalem could go into captivity. And people don't think they're going to happen again. We're going because of the sin. Everything dealing with sin. They don't want to repent for that. Just like in Jeremiah. Read Jeremiah chapter 26. Jeremiah was trying to get these priests and prophets to repent, but they refused correction. Jeremiah had the word of the Lord. He was telling them, but they didn't want to believe him. All right, Zephaniah verse 15, chapter 1 and verse 15. That day is a day of wrath, a day of trouble and distress. See, there'll be distress in the land, what the Lord talked about in Luke chapter 21. A day of wastedness and desolation. A day of darkness and gloominess. A day of cloud and thick darkness. Just like we read by Joel chapter 2, verse 2. See, a day of the trumpet and alarm against the fenced city and against the high towers. And I will bring distress upon men. Like I was saying, it could be great distress. Well, I said, our Lord said, there shall be a time lacking. I will bring distress upon men, that they shall walk, and I will bring distress upon man, that they shall walk like blind men. See, they're going to be walking like blind men. They ain't going to see nothing. That's why the Bible said they have a heart to perceive, but they cannot perceive. They have eyes, but they cannot see. They have ears, they cannot hear. See, that's the way it is now. They can't see nothing. Even though you tell them they have eyes to see, but they cannot see. They have ears to hear, but they cannot hear. They don't have no understanding. See, and say, I will bring distress upon men, that they shall walk like blind men, because they have sinned against the Lord. See, everything dealing with sin. This is what I'll be trying to tell you, trying to show y'all. That's why the Lord punished for sin. He will bring distress upon the land, upon the people. He'll bring distress upon the people. See, and the Lord, and their blood shall be poured out as dust, and their flesh as the dung. It said, neither their silver nor their gold shall be able to deliver them in the day of the Lord's wrath. See, it's like people be telling you to buy gold, doing this and that, the money, but there ain't gonna be no money. They're eliminated. It's like that AI. All us dealing with, they're gonna get rid of the money. Pay attention. Even having them shopping cart now. Or you just throw your food in a basket and the thing add it up. Each product you throw into the basket, it add up how much you got in there inside the basket. Then you pay with your card on the basket. See, I was telling my niece that about 15, 20 years ago. That's how they was going to do it. You don't have to go to the counter anymore, to the checkout lane. They'll put all of it in one. You throw your food in your cart, the thing gonna add up how much each product you throw in the cart, it's gonna be adding up. When you get finished, you just put your card in, whatever the mark of the beast, just pass your hand on that scanner just like you do at the checkout lane. Just like you do at the checkout lane with your card. You gotta have everything right down the shopping cart when you're buying, selling. If you got the chip in your hand, just pass your hand on that scanner. You got a card, just stick your card in, and that's it. It'll take your money out the bank from your account. There's a lot of people like I seen that was coming a long time ago. They want to make everything easier and easier. Yeah, some people don't want to do nothing. Like I always did say, it's the mark of the beast. A lot of people don't understand that. You know what I'm saying? They say, count the number of the beast. See, a lot of people be looking for a man. It's not no man, it's the computer. I've been trying to tell you that. It say count the number of the beast. That beast system use a number. You use the computer. Man came out with that computer. See? That's what the man used. Computer to track you for everything. That's why you ain't gonna be able to buy or sell nothing. So you have the mark on the number on the name of the beast. It's gonna be three different things. Everybody ain't gonna use the same thing. Like I said, some may use card, they use their phone, on that scanner, on that shopping cart, and you use their phone. Just like they're doing now. And they're gonna come up with maybe other devices. Use their watch, different things. Some gonna have the chip in your forehead. Man gonna wanna be smart, the computer gonna be in their brain. So you can put a chip in their brain, in their forehead. You got all type of way of putting the chips. You know, that's all I'm saying. You know, get them where we are now at the end time. It'll be great distress and then have food shortage. You know, you see like about eggs. You do with eggs, gotta kill a lot of chickens. You're gonna be doing that with cows and hogs and different things, ducks and all that. Make shortage. And God gonna be putting famine on the people. Drought, different things, flood, drought, hail, tornado, earthquake, fire in the land, burning up things, trees. Hail, fire, mingle with blood, will cast upon the earth. You read about it in Revelation. So, excuse me, that's what I was trying to show y'all. You know, what could be happening. People think I'll be using gold and all that. Ain't gonna be no gold. Be using no gold. Gotta throw that gold in the street. I'm gonna show you what it's saying. I like in Ezekiel chapter 7, verse 19. All right, Ezekiel chapter 7 and verse 19. I tell you, it say, they shall cast their silver in the streets, and their gold shall be removed. Their silver and their gold shall not be able to deliver them in the day of the wrath of the Lord. They shall not satisfy their soul, neither will their bowels, because it is the stumbling block of their iniquity. See? Gold and silver won't be able to help them, because they ain't gonna be using no gold and no silver for buying and selling. You're gonna have to have the mark or the number or the name of the beast. See? Like the AI system. And China got a DeepSeek, you know. Like I said, some could be using different devices like they're using now to buy and sell. Some use their phone, you know, use card, you know, or maybe use watches. I don't know them new watches they have, Apple watches or whatever. You know, maybe a little device gonna come out. Everybody ain't gonna have the same thing. That's why the Bible said the mark or the number or the name of the beast. You know, mark of the beast is like a computer chip. Everything run by computer. This is what I wanted to show y'all, you know, to get an understanding. Everything dealing with computer, technology. It's all about technology. But it's what I wanted to bring to y'all today, to y'all to get an understanding of what's coming. You know, getting close at the time. We're almost in the third beast. When we get into the third beast, that's why that AI system, whatever, that DeepSeek, they're going to take over. You know, if you like to go to a doctor, they're going to say they have pills. They're going to use your DNA to heal you. You know, this and that. Shots and pills and stuff you can have on you, know, to use, whatever. They may put the pad on you or whatever. The DNA to heal you. And people can say they don't need God no more. You know, like they're going to live long, they're like they ain't going to die. But they all will be deceived. You know. But thank y'all, and may God bless y'all and give y'all wisdom and knowledge and understanding of His Word.